Welcoming you to Boardwalk Hall at the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for tonight's main event. 10 rounds, light heavyweight, between these two great warriors. Roy Jones Jr. now making his way to the ring, and you can see how focused he is for the task at hand. He's making his way to the ring with world title fight that very same night.
He's a good athlete. He picked the right sport because I've had trainers tell me in the past, guys that I respect, if you're going to have a fighter who comes from another athletic background, let it be basketball, because those physical sets of skills really parallel in some ways in the ring.
As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could feel it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Solid right hand headline that exchange. Good combination punching out of him here.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a musical, except right now I don't think his opponent likes the tone of it.
Oh, Roy Jones Jr. stunned and staggered.
Come on, keep busy, guys. Come on now. Come on, come on.
That punch nowhere close. Hey, I thought he was going to be knocked out just moments ago, but he had survived it.
Oh, he has a granite chin.
Good exchange, scoring well with the right hand. So they come to the end of the round in what has been an all-out action fight, Teddy.
Yeah, this is a debate right here, and each guy is fighting to get the last word in.
It's got the look of a fight that's going to go the distance, but I'll tell you this, Teddy, it'll have lots of action right to the final bell.
Yeah, I have a funny feeling this is like a throwback fight, and these are the mentalities of these two fighters. If you told them it was a 20-round fight, like the old days, a 30-round fight, they would somehow find a way to go the distance.
Well-targeted counterpunch by Roy Jones. How is he able to do this? How is he able to take these shots?
You know, one time Muhammad Ali talked about taking a chin. He had one of the great chins of all time. And what he basically talked about was that when you start to get hit those shots, you start to go down a hallway. And then you go into a great room.